Hi there. We're continuing our journey through the Proverbs, the Mishlei Shlomo, the life sayings of Solomon. We're in chapter 21 and we're looking at verses 14 to 16. In the original Hebrew, verse 14 says, Matan basete yechape af, v'shochet bachek hema azah. And this is basically an advice that if you want to calm someone down and if you want to bring peace in a difficult situation, a gift can help. Now, some scholars would suggest that this means a bribe, but actually that isn't consistent with scripture, and the idea that the wise man would be encouraging bribes is rather strange. But it is basically saying a gift, a kindness given to someone who is angry can really help calm things down. And so it means that a gift, matan baseta, a gift that is given quietly, a gift that is given without big announcement, soothes anger, and a gift given quietly, but heck, in the bosom, something just passed quietly between you, actually calms down great anger. So this is a very interesting proverb, one that we perhaps might misunderstand in our culture, but it was one that was encouraged and something quite acceptable in the time of Solomon. Then the next verse, verse 15 says, Simcha la tzadik asot mishpat u'mechita lefo'ale aven. This is about justice. It says enacting justice. Simcha la tzadik asot mishpat. It's a great joy to the righteous person. It's a great joy to the person of integrity when they see justice done. And to the person who is doing injustice, to the person who is evil, it's a terror, it's a fear. Is something to be worried about. We all have a sense of justice in us. We all want to see justice done. Justice is something which is in the heart of God. Putting things to rights, keeping chaos out. And therefore it's going to be a terror to those who are trying to let chaos in, who are living sinfully, who are living in evil ways. There's no way around it that when we do evil, when we allow sin in, we are inviting God to stand against us. There is a way out through the forgiveness of Christ, through the forgiveness of God, through Jesus. But actually, when we put ourselves in that way of God, there's nothing else God can do but stand against us, because he needs to bring justice. He needs to bring the righteousness into the situation. And therefore, justice is part of God's nature. Justice is part of God's character. And finally, in verse 16, it says, Adam toem miderech askel kahal refaim yanuach. This is a very sobering verse as well. It says the man who wanders off from the way of intelligence, of understanding, of insight, will end up in the company of the dead. And so the wise man pulls no punches when he comes to talking about the consequences and the outcomes of not keeping to God's way. The outcome of not keeping God's way is destruction. Its end is not good. He's trying to keep us, he's trying to encourage us to keep on that way that leads to life, that way that is full of hope, that way that is full of purpose and the fulfillment of our humanity. So let's seek to do that as we walk with God today. Have a good day.